music is, you know, because of my parents, because of Lenny, and my mom's a singer, she always had music on. And it becomes to where it's part of your sustenance, and it's like your oxygen. And I find that, and it's such a gift, I'm so grateful for this, but I really notice, you know, like I was at a dinner party the other night and everything was beautiful, you know, there was, you know, candles and this beautiful meal that the hostess prepared, and, you know, you were really happy to be there, and the smells, but there was no music. It was really weird. And, you know, I noticed that, and I thought, oh, it'd be so perfect, you know, if we had something, you know, some jazz or something. And so that, you know, it's a big part of my life. So this film feels like such a privilege, you know, any project relating to Lenny where I get to hang out and hear good music is such a treat. It doesn't feel like work, you know, flying to Chicago and going and hearing Tommy Emmanuel play, and I mean, what a privilege, you know, and to be able to turn that into work, you know, I've been really lucky. And I'm really excited about going to New York. I love, you know, the country picking and all of that stuff, but the kind of guitar that really sort of gets me on every level is fusion. I love it. I love the energy of it. I like that rocker feel, sort of Hendrix meets Coltrane kind of stuff is just, for whatever reason, ends up just really, you know, being so much fun for me. So I'm really excited to go to New York and hear guys like Mike Stern and John Scofield, and, you know, and I did hear a lot of great fusion when I was in LA. James Santiago took me to the Baked Potato, which was a gig that Lenny played there a few times. And, you know, there was this incredible jam, and it just felt like I was in heaven. It was so great. So I sort of did preparatory research there. We didn't shoot anything in LA. I was there last October. But I'm really looking forward to going back to LA and New York. You know, it's quite a different musical thing happening than in Nashville or what I experienced in Maine. And then we'll also do Toronto and Winnipeg. You know, Lenny was such a gypsy, so and that's where a lot of our budget gets sucked up, is all the travel that we have to do. I mean, it's a great thing to be doing. I'm not complaining, but it takes a lot of dough to, you know, bring myself and a shooter. Well, the first film we had, you know, a whole big crew, gaffer and sound guy, and, you know, so we're really, you know, going back to simple, and, you know, if it's just me and a shooter traveling, you know, it's a little bit easier, but, you know, it's still, it's a big undertaking, but, you know, it like I said, it just never feels like work. It just always feels like such a privilege. I'm so lucky. It's a gift that Lenny gave me, you know, the appreciation for music, and the ability to look outside the mainstream, or actually to crave being outside the mainstream, and to be a nonconformist, and to appreciate improvisation. And so many people, you know, they get caught up in their local music, you know. Like I observed that when I was in Nashville. I think Phil DeGree said this as well. And he's another one of my favorite people and players. He said he went to a mall in Nashville, and there was these speakers outside the mall playing, you know, whatever the commercial country hit of the day was. And you know, I mean, for me, it's like, wow. And it was just constant. It was like, you know, there's a huge world out there with all different kinds of music. And what a shame to limit yourself. It's like, I'm going to have chicken and green beans for dinner every night for 20 years. You know, it's just so limiting, and it's too bad. And it's, you know, people, you just kind of grow up in an atmosphere, and you're affected by your environment, and you know, you end up liking what you're exposed to and what you're not exposed to. Sometimes, you know, isn't appealing, but it's more lack of exposure than anything. And it's like with jazz, it's an acquired taste, and it was for me. I mean, the first few times I took a serious listen to Lenny's music, I knew there was something really special about it, and it was delicate and beautiful, and of course I was bawling because it's Lenny, but I didn't hear everything that was going on in it. And it took a while before my ears matured. And so it was an acquired taste, like cognac or something, I don't know. It took a while. And I love this song. This is Afro Blue. I don't know who's doing this one. I should know who these guys are. But it's a compilation CD, all Coltrane tunes. And I just love this. And my mom sings this song, Afro Blue.